Thank you so much, Dan. And thank you for representing in DC tomorrow. I really appreciate it. Our next speaker, it's a little embarrassing. Last year, New Jersey legalized medical marijuana. Here in New York, we still haven't done it yet. There's a bill in the state Senate, SB 2774, introduced by Tom Duane and co-sponsored by Tony Vella from Queens, that would legalize medical marijuana in New York State. Contact your state senator. Chris Goldstein, I've known Chris for many years through NORML. Chris is incredibly active with NORML Philly, as well as the Coalition for Medical Marijuana in New Jersey. He's going to tell us what's going on in New Jersey. They've been having some issues there with their new governor, Chris Christie, in terms of implementing the medical marijuana program. Please welcome Chris Goldstein. Chris, take us to the Jersey side.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Doug. Yes, my name's Chris. I'm from New Jersey. Don't hold it against me here in New York City today. But I'll tell you what, right across the river, we have a medical marijuana law. So this isn't about the future of reform. Medical marijuana is a legal substance in the state of New Jersey. It was a hard-fought effort, I'll tell you what. 5 years in front of the legislature, but it got even tougher this year with Republican Governor Chris Christie. Chris Christie, just a few weeks ago, said that Charlie Sheen needs treatment, but that medical marijuana patients who are waiting for just 2 ounces a month of regulated marijuana, they can't get any pot right now. So I guess the message from Governor Christie is, do some cocaine, get some porn stars, go to treatment. But if you have AIDS or cancer, no marijuana for you. We need to stop this right now. We're continuing the fight in New Jersey today. But that's why it's so important. We talk about marijuana reform as if it's a 30-year effort without a victory. But I'll tell you what, I've been lucky enough in Philadelphia and New Jersey to actually see victory for marijuana reform. Woo! We have passed a medical marijuana law in the Garden State, although you can't cultivate, so it's really the no Garden State. But more important, on the issue of arrests, last year Philadelphia got a change in the district attorney. We got our first African-American district attorney in the city's history. And he's a great guy. His name is Seth Williams. One of the things we worked on with Seth is, like New York, they arrest a majority of African Americans for minor marijuana possession. And like New York, you go into cuffs for any amount of marijuana, and they prosecute you for a criminal misdemeanor. This year we created a new diversion court. This will save the city $3 million this year, just keeping pot smokers out of the criminal courts. This has been a success. We need to see this happen in New York. We need to see this happen around the country. But I'll tell you why they took it. Because they need the money. That $3 million comes directly from the cops. So in my discussion with them, I said, look, you can have $3 million to keep police on the street, or you can spend $3 million taking pictures of potheads down at the station every week. Which do you want? I'll tell you what, they're going to take the money every time. Marijuana legalization means money for everybody. Money in the municipal city, money in your pocket, money out there in jobs in America. And until we end prohibition here, I'll tell you folks, you wonder where the economy is going. Taking a look at the West Coast, you can see a booming green economy. Everybody can see a big green river in California right now. And they're taking a hard look at what's going on in New Jersey, in Maine, in New Hampshire. It's not just here in New York. I have a website called freedomisgreen.com. We cover East Coast cannabis reform. And I'll tell you, there has never been a better time to support marijuana legalization. I know everybody out there today, I've seen so many people on the street today wearing green. I say we wear green every day. It's not just St. Patrick's Day where marijuana is safer. Marijuana is safer every single day of the week. Marijuana is safer than alcohol, especially if you're a white woman. Because if you're a white woman in New York or Philadelphia, there's almost no chance of getting arrested. So in order to make marijuana safer for everyone, it needs to be legalized. And we talk about decriminalization. We talk about maybe easing the penalties. But going in a half measure won't get us to the place we need to be. We need to not go in half measures 30 years into the drug war. We need to take the full step right here today for legalization. I go set up a table for medical marijuana in New Jersey at the League of Municipalities. This is all the fire captains and police chiefs all over the state of New Jersey. The #1 question they have for me is, do you have any free samples? All right? If you're wondering about the support for marijuana amongst the elected officials out there, more often than not, in a debate on TV, they pull me aside in the green room and they go, you know, Chris, we really agree with what you're saying. And that's the problem right now today. You could see polling in New Jersey, 76% of residents support medical marijuana. You could see polling in New Hampshire for decriminalization above 70%. They've got a legalization bill in Massachusetts. They've got a legalization bill in Maine. Why are we waiting in New York? You know, New York City has an even tougher hurdle to overcome because New York State decriminalized marijuana almost 30 years ago. It is this city that is standing behind the times for the rest of the Empire State. So I'll tell you what, folks, get involved. You are part of a solution out there, the biggest solution in America. You will not find a more popular issue amongst residents, amongst politicians, than marijuana reform. The only way we're going to get it done is for you to talk to your politicians. Don't leave here today, don't hear our voice today at this rally, and do nothing. Don't go away and just smoke a joint and stay safer today. And if you do, do it inside. But while you're considering the safer choice, make sure to explain the safer choice to your elected officials, because I'm here to tell you, it works. It worked in Philadelphia, it worked in New Jersey, and it'll work right here in New York. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that inspiration, Chris. Our final speaker today is Tony Newman. Tony Newman is the Director of Media Relations for the Drug Policy Alliance.
Well, thank you. Thank
you. They're the titans. They're the 800-pound gorilla of the drug policy reform movement.
Thank you.
Tony has been Director of Media Relations for the Drug Policy Alliance since 2000. Tony and I also share a birthday.
What's that? I've never heard Tony speak.
We celebrated together.
It's good. I have, yeah.
Completely legally, of course.
Total stoner.
On Saturday, his wife threw him a beautiful party, and I would ask, Jay's birthday, Reverend Jay Goldstein, was also last week. I would ask as our birthday present, talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to your neighbors. I've had a neighbor in the suburbs see a letter of mine in the paper and say, you know what, I agree with you. And she's married, she has kids in college. This is a mainstream thing, thinking that our marijuana policies are wrong. And that's the birthday present I would ask for. Get involved. Visit EmpireStateNORML.com, drugpolicy.org, freedomisgreen.com. Get involved with our movement. Tony Newman, take us out.
All right.